The live is on. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Say that again. Facebook is now on. Let's get our comment pinned here. And now I just got to make sure we got some activity so I know that this is actually live. Sometimes the platform be lying and saying it's working, then it says not working. All right, it's working. So I see people coming in. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. So far, it is 1 o'clock p.m., 1:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you're checking in from, hope you are having a great day so far. Go ahead and shout yourself out in the comments section. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to give everybody like 30 seconds, whoever everybody is, and then we're going to get right into this. And whoever misses it, they can catch the replay. Shout out to ARB14 was good. Ryan from Virginia, what's going on? I'm going to get started in Read Chapter 4, Work on Your Game. Shout out to everybody who has the Work on Your Game book. You got the audio version. For those of y'all who like audio books, they're on most audiobook platforms. Publisher told me they had to take it off Audible for whatever, but it's on all platforms. You can go find it, just Google it. Whether you like the audio book, the digital book, if you want the physical book, we got that. It's actually right here. I'll ship you a copy. You can get this at workonyourgamebook.com along with $1,400 in digital bonuses that you cannot get anywhere else. If you get the book anywhere else, you can't get those bonuses, but you get the bonuses if you get it here at workonyourgamebook.com. Anyway, my name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, former 9-year professional athlete, author of 27 books, created this whole philosophy here that is called Work on Your Games, all about taking the mental tools that are necessary to succeed in sports and teaching how you can take those same tools and apply those in business and life. And today I'm going to talk about how to find your voice. The reason that I want to talk on this topic is because I get people who ask me, if they want to get known online, whether that's they want to build a personal brand, if you want to be an influencer, if you want to, what's going on, Andy from Los Angeles, if you want to be an influencer, if you want to just be that attractive character, as Russell Brunson talks about, the attractive character, anytime that you want to build any type of movement, or you want to get an audience of people who is drawn into you as a person, and because they're drawn into you as a person, then you can get them to pay attention to your offerings, your products, your services, whatever it is that you're selling that you can generate revenue, make money for yourself. If you want to do that, then you have to figure out what your voice is. And finding what your voice is, I'm going to give you 4 specific things here today. But with many people looking to become creators and get out there in this internet space that is so vast and so wide, and there's plenty of space and opportunity for everybody, but that does not mean that everybody's going to get the same amount of attention. Doesn't mean everybody's going to get heard. Doesn't mean everybody's going to get seen, because there are too many people out here who don't really have a voice. I mean, they're out there. You got a camera. You have an account on all these platforms, and you got an editor, and you got a website, and you got all the right things in place. But if you don't have a voice, meaning people can't really identify you in a crowd amongst all the other people who are out there talking about something or talking about a similar thing or even talking about a different thing, because listen, first you got to get people's attention before you can get anything else out of those people, right? So if you don't have a voice, you don't have something that makes you stand out amongst everyone else out there, then you may end up being ignored, and that's the place that you don't want to be. Or you don't want to be in a place where you got something to say, but you can't even say it because nobody even knows that you exist. So today what I'm going to give you is how you can make yourself distinctive. Okay, and it's not just about your information. Information is the bottom of the barrel, basement level stuff. Is necessary to have some information. You got to give people something that they otherwise wouldn't get, but you need a whole lot more than that, because information, we can get that in Wikipedia or Google or whatever blog or article or book. So we don't need to go to a human being to get information. We can get that without ever engaging with a person. A lot of people are uncomfortable with that anyway. So today we're going to talk about how to make yourself distinctive. Number 1 topic, once again, is how to find your voice. Number 1 thing you got to do, speak on what you know and what you care about. This is a simple enough concept, but a lot of people do not follow it, because sometimes people find themselves where I'm going to talk about, you see that it's popular. You see a lot of people are talking about this thing or that thing, so you think you should go talk about it simply because that's the thing that's drawing a lot of attention. But the thing is, what actually draws attention in life is not the popular thing. What draws attention is when somebody who has something to say is talking. So they might happen to be talking about politics. So then you see it and you're like, oh, it's popular, so I should talk about politics. No, it's not the politics that's making it popular. It's the fact that that person is talking about that topic. It's the mix between the person and the topic and the audience. We got to make sure we throw that in there as well. that allows the topic to be popular. So speak about what you know and what you care about. This is a simple concept that a lot of people fail at. And when I say what you know, here's what I mean. Not something that you went to school for, or you got a degree, or you read a couple books, because anybody can talk about those things. And anybody who has a question, I'm gonna address all those at the end. When I say speak on what you know, what I mean is this. What information or insight do you have that other people don't have? That's a question that you have to answer. If you're gonna speak on topic X, what information do you have on topic X? Or what insights, what way do you have of looking at topic X and talking about topic X that nobody else has, or that you haven't heard anybody else have, or that when people hear you, they're going to say, man, I never thought of it that way. I never looked at it that way. I never considered that. If you're not getting those kind of responses, or you can't say that about yourself when you're talking about whatever topic, you probably have chosen the wrong topic. All right? Doesn't mean you can't talk about something, but you probably chose the wrong topic. What are you saying that hasn't been heard before, hasn't been talked about, will be a completely new perspective on that topic? What experiences do you have that other people don't have in that area? Because it's one thing to go to school or read books on a topic and then talk about it, but anybody could go do that. They could read the same book that you read. Why do I need to hear it from you? Do you have any hands-on experience? Have you lived this life? Have you been in this place or in that place? Have you actually done anything? Have you been 10 toes deep in these games? If you can't answer that question, then you probably shouldn't be talking about that topic, because again, why do I need to hear it from you if you haven't done anything? I haven't done anything either. So we're pretty much equal. What do I need to hear from you for? What experiences do you have? So be able to answer that question. Why should anybody listen to you on this topic? You need to answer that question, okay? These are important questions to answer when you're sharing a material. And the other thing is things that you care about. So I just told you about knowing things, caring about things. They say that sales is a transfer of emotion, right? So when you care about a topic, when you're passionate about a topic, that energy is what gets other people to care about it and listen to you, and at least take home the message that you're trying to give, whatever the message is. They'll at least listen to it. Even if they disagree with you, they'll at least let you talk and say what you got to say, simply because they can see that you give a damn about the topic. If you're talking about a topic that you don't really care about, even if you're very knowledgeable, but you don't care about it, you won't be able to get anyone else to care about it or pay attention to you, simply because your energy is not there. Remember, everyone, that 90% of human communication is nonverbal. It is not the words that you say. So you think you have a lot of knowledge on something and you have quote unquote facts, like people like to say these days. Nobody cares about your facts, because I can get factual information from Google. I can get that from a book. I could go sign up for some college courses and I get factual information all day. I don't need any type of emotion to be involved in receiving factual information. What makes me listen to a person is that I can tell that they have some energy behind that topic, whether that energy is happiness, anger, sadness, just straight up passion. They care about it. They're just fully invested, or in some way at least invested in the thing that they're talking about. That would get my attention. Tony Alexander over there on Facebook, what's going on? So you got to care about your topic, and your audience needs to be able to tell that you care about your topic, not because you tell them you care, but because of the energy that you have when you're talking about a topic. Point number 2, today's topic is how to find your voice. The second thing you got to do is say something that we have not heard before. This goes hand in hand with a little bit of what I talked about in point number 1. On whatever subject you're going to talk about. Listen, there might be 1 million people already talking about how to make a rap album. There might be 1,000 people talking about here's how you get better at dribbling in basketball. What are you going to say that nobody else has heard? What are you going to say that just hasn't been, nobody's ever put that out there before, at least not in the way that you're doing it? Do you have any unique, interesting ideas? Do you have any interesting, compelling stories? Do you have a background in this area? Do you have some experiences in this area that when you talk about them, people are like, wow, I never heard of anyone who went through that experience when it comes to this subject, or is talking about it because of this reason. If you don't have that, you might have chosen the wrong topic. Again, you may not be the wrong person, but you may have chosen the wrong topic. Say something that we have not heard before. What do you have to say if you're going to be you're going to talk basketball, or is it 1 million people talking basketball? You can join. You can carve out some space for yourself, but the question you must answer is, what are you going to say that hasn't already been said? You can talk about writing a book. What are you going to say that hasn't already been said? Answer this question. What can I say that has not already been said on this particular subject? And for you to do this, you have to claim a space. You have to take something and you have to stand your ground on it and say, you know what? This is what I believe. Usually where this comes from, I'm gonna give y'all a hint. It comes from having some type of counterintuitive idea or a counterintuitive perspective. Where are you seeing things differently than how the mainstream sees things or from how most people see things? I'll give you an example. I did a TED Talk on confidence. I actually did 2 TED Talks on confidence. One of them was about how to build confidence when you don't already have it. And in that one, actually in both of them, I'll give you an example. The first one, I talked about the concept of fake it till you make it. It was a concept that many people believe this is what you use to build your confidence. And I attacked that concept and said, no, fake it till you make it is not what you do. You actually need to become it. And when you become it, it is already real. You're not faking it and you're not pretending. I did a whole, again, you can find that TED Talk at toomuchconfidence.com. On that same website, I did another TED Talk where I talked about how too much confidence is not your problem. Because some people say, well, I don't want to be too confident because then I'll be arrogant and I might, it might be dangerous. I might put myself in position to be in peril, in trouble because I believed in myself too much. I attacked that concept that people think too much confidence can be a problem. I said, too much confidence is not the problem. So it's a counterintuitive idea. Again, I'm not saying that the other idea is wrong. Actually, I kind of am, but I'm saying it by giving you a completely different idea that says, here's the thing that you thought was true. I'm going to tell you how the exact opposite is true. That is a counterintuitive idea. That is an example of how you're going to say something that hasn't been said before, that hasn't been heard before. I'll give you another example. There's a guy on TV, on Fox Sports now, used to work on ESPN. His name is Skip Bayless. And those of you who follow sports, y'all know who Skip Bayless is, especially basketball players. Skip Bayless used to be a journalist. He used to go around like beat writers and write articles about games and talk to the players and stuff. Then he moved on to the TV world on ESPN. It used to be called Cold Piece, and then they called it First Take. Him and Stephen A. Smith formed a great duo. And Skip Bayless basically built his brand not online, just in media period, by finding some negative angle to take on everything that LeBron James did. This is what Skip Bayless has been doing for over 10 years. LeBron James would do something. We know LeBron is one of the best players. One of the best players of all time. And Skip Bayless, every time LeBron had a game, or at least it was a notable game, Skip Bayless would find some angle from which he could criticize LeBron James. LeBron might have a great game, 50 points, he might win the game, and Skip will find some way to criticize LeBron. And many people have said, well, Skip is just a hater. He built this whole brand on, trashing LeBron, this, that, and the third. And everybody has different opinions on that. The whole point is not what I think about it or what you think about it. The point is, LeBron's been so great for so long that most people sing his praises. They say, hey, he's one of the greatest players of all time. He's one of the best players in the game. Still, he's done all these great things. He exceeded expectations. He met all the hype, exceeded the hype. And all positive things that people say about LeBron James for the most part. Skip Bayless came out and he did the exact opposite. He found some negative things to say about LeBron. Now, again, I'm not saying whether he's right or wrong in doing this, but the point is, he stands out because he had a counterintuitive approach. He took what everybody else was doing, and he did the exact opposite of it. You need to figure out where can you come up with a counterintuitive approach, and don't just be different just to be different. Because some people attack Skip by saying, well, he just says that because he's just trying to draw attention. Well, if you believe that, it worked. Okay, it worked. And he's carved out a career for himself in doing it. You need to figure out not only what your counterintuitive idea can be, but also, can you justify it? Can you stand on it? So if you say, all right, LeBron had 30 points and 15 rebounds and 27 assists and they won the game, but I'm going to say something negative about him, you got to have some substance behind that because a lot of people are going to question it. What are you talking about? And if you say it, you got to be able to stand on it. You got to have some evidence that supports your point. So when I said too much confidence is not your problem, I had evidence that supported my point. Here's why I'm saying that, because of this and this and this. And if you go to toomuchconfidence.com, again, you can listen to exactly what I said to back up that point. So you have to, this is the second point, say something that has not been said before, a counterintuitive idea, and you must be able to back it up. All right, don't just say something ridiculous and then say, well, I just think that. You got to be able to back it up. You can't back it up. People will dismiss you as a person who's just trying to draw attention, and it'll be over for you. Point number 3, topic here is how to find your voice. Number 3, note the response to the marketplace. Finding your voice is not just about what you want to say. It's also about what does your audience want to hear. And you're going to have to play around with this for a little while before you find what works. I'm sure Skip Bayless tried other approaches. Skip Bayless was a journalist for a long time before he got on TV and ESPN and Fox, as many of us know him now. He was out for a long time before that and he wasn't famous. How did he become so famous? Is because he found this angle that works. It works for him. It doesn't work for everybody. Everybody couldn't do it, but it works for him. So you may have to try out different angles. It might be different topics. It might be different audiences that you're talking to, different ways of saying the things that you're saying, different mediums of exchange. Maybe it'll be video, maybe it'll be audio, maybe it'll be writing. You don't know. Maybe it'll be live events with a large group of people in person. Who knows? But you have to try different ways of disseminating what you're sharing before you find the angle that works best for you. All right, do you understand? So you got to find that angle. The way that you do that is noting the response of your audience. Who's responding to this? Who is engaging with me? Who is asking for this topic? So you talk about, when I do these lives, I talk about different topics. Sometimes I talk about political things, sometimes about race, sometimes about personal development. This one is kind of about, I guess you could say, personal branding. Sometimes it's about business, sometimes it's entrepreneurship. It could be about sports. I talk from different angles. And then when I do these in aggregate over time, I can look at it and say, all right, when I talk about this topic, this is the kind of response I'm getting. And these are the people who are responding. When I talk about this is what I'm saying. When I talk about this is what I'm saying. And this is also how I feel about these topics. And I can also see, all right, I came up with, out of 100 episodes, I might have did 50 on business, only did 10 on this, and 5 on this, and 2 on this. Or maybe I had that much to say on this one because I only did 2 of them. So these are things that you need to be analyzing and paying attention to over time. Again, don't be fooled by short runs. Sometimes you might just get, who knows, maybe Facebook or Instagram might put you on the front page of the website, and all of a sudden you get all this traffic to one thing that you posted, but it has nothing to do with the actual thing that you posted. So you got to be paying attention over time in aggregate to where you actually getting results, again, from your audience. Because if your audience doesn't care about something, then you probably shouldn't talk about it, because what's the point? You can still have your ideas, but why share it with an audience if the audience is not interested? So ask your audience. Another thing you can do, what do you like from me? What do you want from me? What is it about me that is drawing your attention? When you got to be able to talk to your audience to do this, though. You have to engage. So any of you who have been following me for any amount of time, you know, I will respond to comments. When I do these lives, I respond to comments. I respond to comments if you post them on my page. I've been responding to comments on YouTube. I respond to in the last 15 years, I responded to probably 2 million comments. I responded to a lot of comments. Maybe, 1 to 2 million comments I responded to over the last 15 years. But that's through via YouTube videos, live stream comments, at replies on Twitter, comments on IG, DMs, a bunch of DMs, direct emails, emails that came through the form on my website. I responded to a lot of messages. And the reason why I do that is because these are the people who are paying attention. All right, if you read my stuff and you had something to say, I'm at least listen to what you had to say. Even if I don't respond to it, even if I don't agree with it, I will still listen, because I want to know the audience that is listening to me or reading me or watching me, what is it that they have to say? And the more that I pay attention, the more I learn about what the audience wants. And that gives me more insight into what I should be talking about more, what to talk about less, and even what topics. So you got to get intimate with your audience. The good thing about these days is that you can connect directly with your audience and talk to them one-on-one. There's no middleman in the way. The challenging thing about these days is that you can connect directly with your audience. There's no middleman in the way, and you can talk to them one-to-one. So if you have good people skills and you're comfortable in direct conversation, it's a good thing. If you are uncomfortable, then you probably need to take my course called People Skills, which is not available just yet. It's already been available, but we took it down. It's going to be available again soon, so stay tuned. Point number 4, last one. Today's topic is how to find your voice. Stop trying to appeal to everyone. This is the biggest challenge that a lot of people have when they first get started. They want to say something and make sure they don't piss anybody off. They don't want to offend anyone. They don't want to turn off anybody. They don't want anyone to disagree with them. So they say things that they're pretty sure everyone in the room can agree with. Here's the problem with saying something that you know everybody agrees with, is that you are saying nothing. We already know that. Now, if everything you get up on a stage and everything you say is something that everyone in the room already agreed with before they came there, why did they even show up? All right, they showed up for you to confirm what they already believe. All right, what we call that preaching to the choir. Y'all know what preaching to the choir means? It means when you give a message to people who already agree with that message. And I want you to understand something. Preaching to the choir is a good thing. This is why we have church. All right, this is why you got synagogues. This is why you got the mosque. Every whatever day of the week, any of you go to those religious places, you gather together, somebody gets up there and they start preaching about something that you already believe in. You already agree. whatever book they're reading from, you already got that book. You've already been reading that book. You agree with everything that they're going to say. They're probably not going to say anything that is going to be so different from what you already agree with. We call that preaching to the choir. This is a good idea once you have an audience. All right, we call that indoctrination. They already agree with you, so now you just give them more reasons to keep agreeing with you. This is great. But if you are looking to persuade, if you're looking to engage, if you're looking to try to find your audience, you got to give people something that they haven't heard before. All right. You got to give people something that sometimes people are looking for something new. Sometimes in life, people want to hear the same that they already know. Sometimes people want to hear something that they haven't heard before. So you got to learn how to take the temperature of your audience, take the temperature of a room, know who you're talking to, know your audience, and give them something different. Give them something that they didn't get before. And how do you know? How do you know whether your audience is looking for something new or they're looking for more of what they already believe? Ask them. Ask your audience. All right, what is it? What are you interested in? Any of you follow me on this story, on my story on Instagram or on Facebook, y'all will see that many days, I don't do it every day, but many days I'll post a poll and I'll say, all right, on my live today, I can talk about this or I can talk about that. Which one do you want me to talk about? And I'll let people vote. Now, not everybody who is watching also voted, and not everybody who votes also watches, but I'm at least letting people be involved in it. I'm at least making it somewhat democratic, and it gives me an idea, okay, people are more interested in this topic than this topic, and over time, as I said before, as you keep asking, you'll start noticing there are certain topics that people are more interested in. It doesn't mean people are more interested in that topic in general, it just means they're more interested in hearing about that topic from me. Now, if it was a different person, they might vote the exact opposite way. So these are the things that you got to keep in mind, again, when you're trying to find your voice, is figuring out what do people actually want from you, and ask. If you ask your audience, they'll tell you. And stop trying to appeal to everyone. Don't worry about pissing people off. I did a whole masterclass called Rejection Marketing. It's all about pushing people away by letting them know that what you do and what you offer is not for them. Most people are afraid of rejection marketing, which is why most people are so bland and common in the marketplace, because they're afraid to say anything that might piss anybody off. The problem is, if you're saying anything of substance, you're going to piss somebody off. And if you're afraid of doing that, then you won't say anything of substance, then you will essentially be a nobody in the marketplace. I don't think you want that. It doesn't help you, doesn't help the marketplace, doesn't help the economy. Nobody wins. It's a lose, lose, lose situation. So what I'm about to do, now that I gave you those 4 points, I'm going to tell you about this book that I got in front of me, or at least one of them, and how you can get it free. I'm going to recap the points, and I don't know if we even got any questions, but I will see if we got any. So if you got a question, go ahead and post it in the comment section, and that'll be that. This book right here is called The Mirror of Motivation. The subtitle is The Self-Guide to Self-Discipline. I've written 27 books, and people ask me, Dre, which book should I read first? The answer is this book. Why? It's because my philosophy is built on 4 principles: discipline, confidence, mental toughness, and personal initiative. You start with discipline. This is the self-guide to self-discipline. What is this book going to actually do for you? Because that's the thing that matters. All right, I told you what it is, but what is it going to do? What this book is going to mean to you. Everyone in life has goals. If you're listening to me, you got goals. And if you're listening to me, you also understand you have to put some work in to reach your goals. Everybody got those 2 points. But what many people never find out and never ask themselves is, who do I need to be? What type of person do I need to be to achieve the outcomes that I want in my life? Who do I need to be is about how you see yourself in the mirror, the kind of energy that you have, your internal emotional posture, how you feel about yourself and about your life. And that energy emanates outwardly from you when you go out into the world, and that causes other people to respond to you in kind. All right, so that energy determines the energy that goes into your action, the things that you do, which determines, of course, the results that you get. So when you control your being, then your actions will change, and then your results will change. So if you want results in life, you probably want to focus on who you are being as a person, not on what you're doing. Focus on who you are being first, and the doing will come naturally with it. So go to mirrorofmotivation.com. All you do is take care of the shipping for this book. The book is already paid for. The book is free. We charge, I believe we got this on Amazon for $20. You ain't got to pay $20. You can get it free. All you do is cover the shipping, and we will ship this to you worldwide, anywhere you live. We got UPS, we got envelopes, we got stickers, we got all that. We got the post office on our side and all airplanes and all that. So wherever you live in the world, we will ship that book to you. Again, mirrorofmotivation.com. The book is already free. All you do is cover the shipping. Now let me recap my points, and I'm going to take questions. So if you got one, post it in the comments. The topic is how to find your voice. Number 1, speak on what you know and care about. A simple concept that many people fail at. Number 2, say something that we have not heard before. Do you have a unique, interesting idea or point of view? If you do not, you are on the wrong topic. Point number 3, note the response of your marketplace. Even better, ask your marketplace, what are they interested in hearing from you? Not necessarily period. What do they want to hear from you? Because every human being is different. And number 4, stop trying to appeal to everyone. All right. Rejection marketing is a good thing. Do not try to be everybody's friend. Don't try to not piss anybody off, because then you're not going to say anything and you will be completely useless. Nobody wins in that situation. All that said, I'm not sure if we had any questions on IG. I don't think we see any. Over on Facebook, Tony Alexander, I appreciate the comments. Warren, don't post why are you posting your phone number in the comments, man? You crazy. Stop that. Don't post your phone number in the comment section on Facebook, man. You're going to be getting spammed. And it ain't even going to be humans. You're going to be getting spammed by bots off of Facebook. People just scrape Facebook pages for phone numbers. You should probably delete those comments with your phone number in it, man. You tripping. What are you talking about? Help you? I'm helping you right now if you pay attention. And what you can do, Warren, is help yourself by going to mirrormotivation.com, claiming your free copy of this book. Everybody, all right, I ain't got no other comments, no other questions. So that's that. We wrapping this up right here. Quick one today. Hope everybody has a great Saturday. Stay safe. Keep your hands washed. Wash your hands for 20 seconds at least with soap and water regularly over the course of the day. COVID's still out here. Don't get lazy. Everybody have a great Saturday. We're doing another live tomorrow. Work on your game. Dre all day. We out of here.